Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in today's video, I have another update for you guys on the Sprint and T-Mobile merger. And this merger is just going on longer and longer and longer as the negotiations are ongoing. So if you guys watched my recent videos, most of you now know that Dish Network is involved in this merger and that the Department of Justice would like them to be the fourth player as they already have existing spectrum, which wouldn't cause T-Mobile and Sprint to give up too much spectrum to create a fourth player. Now, as the negotiations are ongoing, Charlie, which is the CEO of the company, is supposedly creating a much bigger obstacle than initially thought. So right now, as good as he is for the deal, he is also as bad for the deal. So a lot of people are saying, sources of course, that there is a rough draft that T-Mobile and T-Mobile and Dish have agreed upon. So that's the rough draft includes a certain percentage of capacity that T-Mobile will allow Sprint to use, Dish to use as an MVNO, which is 12.5%. The DOJ is already not okay with that. They would like Dish to have full access to the capacity, as they want them to be a fourth player right out the gate. So as soon as this deal is done and the Department of Justice signs off on it, they want Dish Network to be ready to enter as a fourth player and start selling wireless phones, etc. So that's already one obstacle that they have to get over. And in my opinion, like I said before, I don't think Dish wants to enter the wireless section at all. What a lot of people are saying, sources, what T-Mobile's biggest fear currently is that Dish gets the additional spectrum, the customers on top of the spectrum that they already have, and then they go and sell with much bigger value to a much bigger company such as Amazon, Charter, Comcast, that have much bigger capital to invest into creating a network and a true fourth player. Right now, Dish is cash strapped. They have cash, but not that much to roll out a nationwide network. That's why the MVNO deal must happen. It is set to be 6 to 7 years, and at that time, Dish could get to work starting to build out a nationwide network. So this is definitely a concern to the new T-Mobile, that Charlie is going to take the assets and then run with them and then strike a deal with one of the bigger companies that'll pay him, and then they will have much bigger assets and much bigger money to make use of all of that spectrum. And then the new T-Mobile would have a much bigger, fiercer competitor as a fourth player than currently what Sprint is to T-Mobile. So that is just my thought. Of course, I could be wrong. It could be that Dish really wants to enter the wireless sector, but currently, as it stands with their cash availability and what they could do and how this could turn out, I think they don't want to enter the space at all. They just want to gather all the assets and then strike a deal with another company. So that is currently where we stand. So Dish and T-Mobile have agreed to the rough draft of the deal. It's a very broad, so we don't know all the details, but the Department of Justice is not happy with it. So these negotiations will be ongoing through this week and next week, I believe. And like I said, this merger is stretching itself out. It could go longer than what anyone's expecting. Also, a lot of people are saying the Department of Justice just wants them to walk away from this deal at this point, as they can't approve it with more concessions, because it is said that the deal will fall apart in the lower courts in October if they don't have a substantial, stronger deal in place to create a fourth player. So I just wanted to give you guys this update. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is getting a bit crazy, but I'm looking forward to reading all of your guys' comments. Like, share, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, make sure to follow all of my social media outlets for more updates. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.